Good evening, race fans. Welcome into race 5 of 13 as we head out west to Las Vegas for the Peppermint Hippo 180 here for 120 laps, 180 miles. Got, as always, my co-commentator in the booth. Art, how we doing tonight?
I'm really excited to see which drivers have Lady Luck on their side for 120 laps here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
Absolutely. Looking forward to a great race here. Mile and a halves always tend to put on a show. Here is your race information for tonight. 120 laps. Fuel run estimated at 28 to 32 laps. 2 laps of qualifying. 3 green-white checkers. 0 fast repairs. And 4 sets of tires. Total 1 to start. 3 in the pits. Going to be a great night of racing. Track cams, 22.com. Providing all the amazing camera angles here this evening. And let's go ahead and get you right into the on-track action as qualifying is underway.
I want to give a shout out to a man I talked to pre-race. Christopher Pinder said, should point out him, being P13 in practice. He was a little more excited earlier when he was top 10. I think he was top 5 in practice times before everyone else showed up.
Currently top of the board, Randy Arms, 29.98. Thomas Green completes the lap. He goes P15 on his first lap. We'll see what he does on the second one. We'll be looking for a little bit of revenge here tonight after he lost the Season 1 championship in heartbreaking fashion halfway down the back straightaway. See if the 13 can come out strong and avenge some demons. Be a little bit different as he tags the wall off of turn 4. Daytime conditions as opposed to the championship race last season. We'll see if that affects anything. And then on the second lap, Thomas Green, his lap time invalidated due to hitting the wall.
Yeah, should be a little easier time for him. Not as stressful, not going to be as chaotic going for the win this time. He showed good speed in that championship race. Really should have had it.
Nick Miller, though, on pole, 29.96, right at the death of qualifying. Zach Allman completes his lap, goes 12th quickest, and Justin Johnson, he is done. No one else qualifying here this evening. So we put Nick Miller on pole, looking for his 3rd win of the season. Qualifying is complete. We are getting ready to go green here for 120 laps. Take a look at your championship standings as they enter tonight. Sartaj Mann, 4 top 5s. Incredible consistency, and he's at the top of the point standings without a win. Brandon Bowers, last week's winner, finally breaking through. Jumped up to 2nd ahead of Kyle Ritchie, Jarrett Talmadge, and Dylan Felvich having a very consistent season as well. Nick Miller, a 2-time winner, down in 7th due to some on-track incidents. It is tight for the top 10 and further back. But it has been a very competitive season thus far through 4 races. The rest of the point standings, top 30 cutoff battle heating up as well. Magnus Anderson currently holds the last spot. All the way down to Zach Scare in 34th position.
I can't believe Corbin joined as a driver. I would never make that mistake.
I've done it a couple times. You know what? Give you a pass.
That was the joke.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of how many times you have done it.
Like 5 or 6. Most specifically in LSRL when they do the update.
Yeah, I could see how that, you know. But look at the Cowboys car on the second row there for you. Or for outside pole, second position. Look at that.
Got Randy Arms? Cowboys car? Well, I have a new favorite driver. And it's not just because he runs for YJ Media Motorsports.
Kicking off the NFL season in style with an absolutely, that's a great paint scheme. Can't got no complaints. But it's time for picks to win. What unlucky solo are we gonna jinx tonight? Andrew Tennell with a great qualifying effort. But go ahead and give me cheaply your pulse sitter here. Nick Miller, who won the championship last season. He's had a couple weeks of some hard luck, but I think he gets back to victory lane, picks up his third win of the season.
I'm gonna go with Mr. Consistency. Man hasn't gotten a win on the season. I'm taking Sartaj Man from P3.
Current points leader, not bad picks. Corbin Simmons with his weekly Randy Arms pick. And we are ready to go racing.
It was really tempting to go for Thomas Green for how strong he was during the championship race.
We don't know what his true pace is. He's down in the 17th position, hit the wall out of turn 4 in his second lap, so we'll see how he works his way up through the field. Jonathan Schwartz and Cabe McClenny, your next up representatives here this evening. Starting at the back, no qualifying allowed. Lights are off on top of the pace car, makes the hard left-hand turn down pit road. Nick Miller enters the Geico restart zone, awaits the flagman, and we are underway.
Looks fairly calm so far. We're 3 wide. Brandon Bowers pushing the issue early.
They all make it at least through turn 1 as they head to the backstretch for the first time, side by side for second. Sartaj Man trying to make a move down here into turn number 3, the 27 machine. Andrew Tennell aggressive in the early going. He's up 3 spots. Fillers cuts off his momentum, though, on the high side. There are no stages here in the Affinity Racing Series. Just hopefully some natural green flag running here, which we know they're capable of. Andrew Tennell in the patriotic paint scheme in remembrance of 9/11. 22 years to the day. Love to see the patriotic paint scheme coming out as he works his way up into P4.
Yeah, it definitely seems like it means a lot to him. Like, I believe it does for the majority of Americans. But he seemed very emotional.
Right now putting on a good show. And speaking of Andrew Tennell, his driver cameras provided to us tonight, so big shout out to that. Looking pretty comfortable right now. Got the gloves to match as well. Let's go on board here with him. Battles away inside that top 5. You see there, it's Kyle Ritchie making a move on that high side. Tennell fighting back, though, into 3. Randy Arms blinking out just ahead of him, ever so slightly.
It looks like he gets tight there. He's going to start getting swallowed up.
And he is in the middle of 3 wide. He's got Zach Allman to his inside, Jarrett Talmadge to his outside. We mentioned Thomas Green wasn't able to complete his second lap of qualifying. He's up 5 spots, your biggest mover right now in the 13 machine. Tenold continues to battle away. Now he's top of 3 wide for a moment. Cave McClenny trying to battle from his EOL as well. You know, he's got serious long run speed.
Back in the back.
Oh, and that's huge contact. That's, I believe, Dylan Failvich.
And Alex Chira. And the 17 machine just slowly going around. Christopher, no, Pinder!
Let's take a look at what happened here. Yellow out immediately. What in the world happened here to the 88 and the 9 machine? Looks like heavy left side damage. Does he cut across the nose of the 9 there? Let's get a better look at this here. Looks like they just kind of meet in the middle almost. Bit of a miscommunication of space there.
The Pinder situation is incredibly funny.
I'd say the 88 does come up a little bit more, though. 9 comes down with the 88. There's a little bit of netcode that kicks this off, too, but ultimately up into the wall. And what in the world happens to Pinder here? Oh, his teammate gets into the back of him. And around he goes. And Failvich
Pinder seems to come so far, like, from so far back, and he just gets Pinder around.
just not able to check up in time. Obviously not intentional between the teammates. Rocking a new CMS paint scheme, though, this week, looking very good. Minimal damage for the teammates. Big losers there are the 16 and, or the 9 and the 88. As the back half of the field electing to come down and top off. Nick Miller holds on to the lead. Fillers was able to get up to second. Randy Arms was back to fourth during all of that. Yeah, the 16 and the 17 able to get out. And the 88 and the 9, obviously lengthy repairs for both of them. But it is early in the race, and the NextGen does seem to be tanky. So as long as the toe links are okay, they should be able to compete. But we'll see if they elect to go a lap down or how they're going to kind of plan out their damage repairs here. The 88 is away. The 9.
I think I would risk it and try and get all of the damage fixed early.
Knowing that you'd be the only car a lap down and one caution gets you back into the mix. Not the worst idea. Tony Scarbo was looking like he was going to be here. I think he has some connection issues currently. And Michael Gould was invited to be here from the Next Up series, but don't think he was able to get in. Yeah, is that right front? I'm just trying to take a look here. Again, the 9. We take one more look at this. It could potentially be a toe link for that right front, and that could put him out of commission here. Let's see when he gets off the wall. Actually, let's go on board. It's probably the best angle we'll have. And the steering does look to be broken.
I don't see him anywhere. I was just going to go ask him.
Yeah, but that steering, yeah, you can tell. So that's big problems for the 9 machine right now. Bigger than initially thought. Dylan Failovich came down to fix more damage, so he's doing it one at a time. Yeah, but Alex Chira going to go 2 laps down here in the early going. He's going to hope for some quicker cautions and maybe fight back into this race a little bit later, but right now, not looking good. 23 cars on the lead lap with the 9 in the pits for the foreseeable future.
Hey, and big shout out to Nick Kelly, aka Rev3 Dude, gifting a sub to the community.
We'd love to see it.
Especially during September.
I'm not
shill while we can.
I'm not running Amazon Prime. I'm not shilling for them.
It's not about shilling for Amazon Prime, it's about shilling to give us money directly.
Fair enough.
Which, I mean, we should do more.
Ryan Tiller in the Vikings car. So we got 2 NFL paint schemes this week.
A little less cheerful for that car.
How did they lose to the Bucks in Baker Mayfield in 2023?
Baker Mayfield is that guy.
It's going to be a long season for the Vikes. It's going to be a long season for the Steelers, too. I can't really talk.
It's going to be a long season for the Jets.
Yeah. Pace car is off. We're back to green flag racing here. Nick Miller, lap number 11. We're back underway. Good jump there. And he will be clear heading into turn number 1.
That is a massive lead heading into 1.
0.3 of a second. He was on it. Sartaj Mann will follow him through in second. Inside line with a good jump at the front. Get Zach Ahman and Thomas Green up 6 and 10 spots respectively. That 13 is sailing around the outside right now. He's up 11 positions. Thomas Green definitely trying to avenge. Coming up just half a lap short last season, not wasting any time. Get to the front and stay there. Obviously different conditions than what we experienced last season as they are making some moves all the way through this field. There's Michael McElroy, Joshua McQuiggan, and on board here with Jonathan Schwartz. Got a little bit tight out of 4, had to back off. Another one of our next up representatives finishing in the top 5 last week. Gabe McClenny, he's up 6 spots. Just ahead of Jacob Blakely, right behind Brandon Bowers.
Not a bad guy to be behind if you're trying to move forward.
Sartaj Mann was the first man into the 29s in race trim, and he is chasing after Nick Miller here, only 1/10 of a second. He's going to make a move to the bottom of the racetrack, battle for the lead. Off turn number 2, gap is exactly 1/10 of a second. It's one thing to catch Nick Miller, it's another thing to pass him.
I mean, he's applying the pressure. He's going to actually bring in, James Fillers and Randy Arms.
Practically pushing him down the front straightaway. He does have a nose to the inside as they go side by side through turn number 1. Those are teammates, the 19 and the 27. 27 is just that little bit closer, able to get his nose in again into turn number 3. The 19 with a great exit. 27 not able to get the run off at 4, and he's under pressure from James Jimmy Fillers for second. But now the 27 gets the benefit of the run off the top side of the racetrack, so the roles are reversed. What does Randy Arms do here? He's got a great view of this battle.
Randy's got to stay high here. He's seen both Sartaj and Fillers go to that bottom side and get tight and not be able to complete the pass. Randy was loose there.
Saw the onboard shot. He's looking like a handful right now. And Thomas Green, all his moves in the early going have been on the top side of the racetrack, and that got very tight. And all the way back really to Gabe McClenny, 1st to 13th. Separated by 1 second. Andrew Tenold and Brandon Bowers side by side. Here's the second pack, though. They're still racing hard.
Oh, there's contact between Justin Johnson. I believe, was that Thomas Green? No, it was not Thomas Green. It was the 91 of Jarrett Talmadge.
These guys are going at it right now. Thomas Green up into the 3rd position. He is up 14 spots. And he's looking for more. Oh, and he might have made some contact there with 27. You have to be pretty much even or even slightly ahead to make the pass work on the bottom side. And sure enough, the 13 is, and he drives it in deep. 27 pinching him there.
Contact with the apron.
Oh, 27 up the racetrack. Andy Arms fighting Fillers, making contact with the 54 machine, and again that outside line proving to be too much here, at least in the early going. Randy Arms a little loose again off of 4. Zach Almond desperately trying to find a way through. Contact again for 2nd. It is heating up way up the racetrack for Almond. Look at the run the 27 gets mid-corner. And this is a hornet's nest. We normally see this in mid-pack. Late move here for Fillers.
Oh,
they're 3 wide. 4 wide. It's not going to work hard into the outside wall. Yellow is out. Kyle Ritchie, an innocent bystander. Right front is destroyed.
Thomas. Oh, he's moving forward. He's moving forward with some speed.
Right front not moving there either. And that was chaos. It does not sound good.
How are we 4 wide going into 3 and 4 at Las Vegas?
But here's the late move. The 27 and the 13 were going at it. Fillers with the late move. And there's the 4 wide. Contact is made to the 13, then he gets shot back up the racetrack. Let's take another look at it here. Yeah, that's a late 4 wide, because look at the run Amon gets on corner entry, but let's take a look here. That's going to be a tough one for race control. We back it up.
You've got to call that a racing incident. There are 4 drivers, like, in a single corner there.
And Randy's trying to take his arc into the corner. I don't think Thomas comes up that much, if at all. And it's just slight contact, but it was the Fillers doesn't do anything wrong. He's all the way down at the apron. He doesn't come up the racetrack. But it's a late move. It doesn't allow Thomas Green to kind of gather it back up. His positioning there is what sends that 13 back up the racetrack. And poor Kyle Ritchie, absolutely nothing. He was right behind all of this. He gets involved all the same. On board here with the 76. And it's just that quick. On board here. Cade McClenny. You saw how hard they were going at it. Yeah, we could see Randy. He got some damage from that initially. But he's going to be able to pull away. The 76 and the 13 will not be able to pull away. The 9 also on pit road. Over 12 minutes of repairs still. So this is quickly turning into a race of attrition.
And we still have 100 laps to go.
But they were going at it. We had the same battle for the lead between Sartaj Mann and Nick Miller, and then Sartaj Mann and Thomas Green, and then obviously we saw all the 4 wide there. And how it ended up. Not even a quarter of the way into the race. I think, has Thomas Green? No, he just blinked. He's still on pit road. All three of the tow link drivers are still on pit road. So they're going to try and battle it out and pick up any potential points. 21 cars on the lead lap. Back to Travis DeLeon, who double pitted along with Brandon Bowers. I'm not sure if I'd want to start at the back of the field. As hard as these guys were going for it. Look at the good updated paint scheme here for the 15. The 16 with the new paint scheme as well as the 17. So a complete refresh for the CMS boys.
What's funny is Pinder was supposed to have another one. But he joined the practice session and wasn't able to apply it.
But lights are out on top of the pace car. We're going back to green here on lap 25. See if it kind of calms down a little bit. No need for the urgency just yet.
You try telling that to these drivers.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not in the cockpit right now. Alex Chira is back out. It'll be fine to continue. We've seen when the tow links get fixed that the cars are usually pretty good. It's just the matter of fixing that tow link. So he should be able to make decent time, and he'll pass the 76 and the 13. Pace car is off. Sartaj Mann did win the race off pit road over Nick Miller. So that's a bit of a flip-flop, and he'll get the good jump back under green. Triracial Racing 1 through 4 right now.
Seems like they found their track.
They've been quick all season.
At least one man has been very quick all season with his team.
Already a battle for the race lead. Can Nick Miller make the inside line work? Yes, he can. Now that was a power move to the bottom. Sartaj spent so much time trying to make the pass on the bottom work, only to get passed on the bottom. Now he'll have to find a way back around his teammate. Don't look now, Cade McClenny has entered the top 10. Could he be the first next up driver to secure a win? Came close a couple of weeks ago at Kansas.
I feel like it would be between him and potentially Jonathan Schwartz. Very consistent on Tuesday nights in the LSRL. Although we don't have any stages, and he tends to be the one that tries to funk.
And then Cade McLean, let's go on board with him. He's also provided his driver cam for tonight. Mississippi State trying to represent them well. He's done a nice job thus far this season. And definitely in the Next Up series as well.
Man really has his wheels mounted to the wall. That is the next level.
Practically pushing Joshua McQuiggan through the corners. Looking pretty stable right now. And he'll look to make a move to the inside of the 29. Fighting a little bit loose on corner exit. Look at the 54 way up the racetrack. 3 wide almost. As Fillers squeaks through.
91 looking to keep it 3 wide. The 54 comes off the wall. Almost contact there.
Here comes Chris Pinder into the mix. He got around Andrew Tenold. Now he's trying to make that high side work. I believe he may have taken some tires on that last stop, though. Looks like he was on pit road.
contact between the 33 and the 91 there.
Zach Almond way up against the wall.
They're still going at it.
See there, Cade McClenney trying to navigate it. He finally gets by McQuiggan. Jarrett Talmadge trying to break away from this pack. '17 has a little bit of left side damage. That's when Failvich backed into him. The top three right now breaking away slightly from this Hornet's Nest. 17 machine is up 14 spots, looking for more. Around the outside. '54 and '05 side by side. Those top three enjoying a very nice breakaway. Must be said further back though. Look at Randy.
Look at CMS Pins trying to make it 3 wide. I'm sorry, I just saw him about to force the issue going around the high side.
There goes Magnus Anderson. He's trying to find a way through. Look at the run and the extra speed that Pinder has. Putting those fresh tires to work. Zach Almond almost got shipped. And everywhere you look, they're side by side. He's going to make it 3 wide. Mid-corner. Contact. Oh, he's in the wall. And he still completes the pass on the 33 and the 05. Contact made up the racetrack.
I think he thought he was clear there of the 05.
Cade McClenney through to 6, still trying to get by Amon. And you think it's 3 to go, not lap 33. Pinder absolutely trying to make hay on those fresh tires, and why not? Magnus hits the apron. He's loose. He'll lose a couple of positions back outside the top 10. All the while, the top 4. Look at Jarrett Talmadge 3 wide for second. Look at this. The 91 with a power move to the inside. Don't think he'll be able to make it stick. Contact is made.
When Fillers has to slide up in front of the 27 there, that was incredibly close.
Fillers, using that middle line, takes the second spot away, and he'll try and chase after Nick Miller. Cade McClenney gets around Amon. He's now chasing after the top 4. Pinder still has the fresh tires, so he's hopefully trying to break out of this pack. There's battles literally all over the racetrack.
Just might have a battle for the lead, though, as Fillers is looking to send it on the inside.
Look at Schwartz making it 3 wide on corner entry.
Fillers is going to have it coming to the line.
Jarrett Talmadge through, trying to get second spot away. He's going to make a move down to the inside. Nick Miller back to 3rd. There's Sartaj Mann, and there's Cade McClenney. So this is 5 cars separated by 0.4 of a second.
Ooh, I think Gabe had a run there. Blocked by the 27 of Sartaj Mann. I think Gabe might have been into 4th, maybe even 3rd.
Gonna try the crossover here. Look at this mess. Oh, contact between the 17 and the 7. There, McQuiggan was thinking about
so
4 wide. How do you keep up with it all? And now Magnus Anderson leads this group. He's trying to break away.
Pinder loose in front of the 36.
Jacob Blakely does a nice job not running him over. Michael McElroy joins the party. Look at Brandon Powers. He's trying the Larson line.
Ooh, loose.
Oh, my goodness.
I thought he was going to go around. He was so squirrely on the edge of the
3
board.
wide. It's a matter of inches. Here comes Randy Arms. He's back up through the field after double pitting. He gets a run there. Justin Johnson way down. He's in 13th. What's battling up inside the top 5 just a handful of laps ago. And this is incredible stuff. Magnus Anderson says, thank goodness, get me out of that. Cade McClenny up to third now. He's looking for second. Still 5 cars separate.
Loose. I believe McQuiggan's into the outside wall. We got 2 cars dropping like a rock.
Justin Johnson was a little squirrely there as well. McQuiggan way up against the wall. He's now outside the top 10.
Maybe 3 wide on exit.
Ryan Tiller trying to make up some moves. Knowing how Tiller races McElroy into the wall, he's probably just trying to avoid the chaos, but they're all so slow in front of each other racing so hard, he has no choice but to be in the pack. Battle for the lead. Here comes Jarrett Talmadge with the power move to the inside, bringing Cade McClenny with him. Thomas Green is now back out on track. This is fantastic racing. Ooh, the 05 loose. Fillers with the move to the inside. All these cars handling terribly right now because they're racing so hard. No right rear to speak of. Side by side for second. The 05 will have the run. 10 will have the shortest way around the racetrack. He'll drive it in deep. Hope it sticks. Try the slide job. The 05 will try the crossover. He will not. He'll push him down the back straightaway. Fillers with a late lunge. He was thinking about the lead there. And meanwhile, we check back into the Hornet's Nest that is mid-pack.
How are you going to say he's thinking about the lead as he's trying to take the lead? We're 3 wide for the lead. You went off at the wrong time.
There's so much going on. Cade McClenny way up top. Fillers back to the lead.
Like, I get it. There's so much going on the track.
The 05 takes second. He's looking for the lead.
Like, I get it. I keep checking the Hornet's Nest that is like 10th to 20th because the exit to 2 is so insane for some of those drivers. It looks like they just get really loose.
Now the 05 down to the inside. The 10 will have the run off the corner. The 05 falls back in line. Now he'll go to that second groove, try and get the run off. Fillers holds him off for now. Here comes Sartaj Mann into the mix. Magnus closing in as well as Jonathan Schwartz. Randy broke away from the pack, as did Blakely, and it's really 10th on back down to 17th, 18th spot. Even William Bowman in 19th right in this battle. He's a second away from 10th. 10th to 19th is a second. First,
Schwartz is in the outside wall.
Very slow off 4. Go 5, gonna try that second groove, try and get a run. Serious car control from these guys, but further back in the pack, though. They've been side by side, 3 wide, beating and banging. Look at Dylan Failvich taking him 3 wide. He's got the damage from the first caution of the night, but he's still got a half decent race car underneath him. Contact between McQuiggan and Zach Amon. Pinder very loose at a 2. Amon taking evasive action. Coming to lap 50 here. Pit stops will be here in a handful of laps as well. The move here to the inside. Can he drive it in deep? Cannot. Going to be able to get clear this time by Filler's doing a nice job holding the lead. Something
Really surprised to see that inside line just not be able to get moving forward anymore.
Filler is doing a nice job holding it. Jarrett Talmadge wasn't able to hold the lead, nor was Nick Miller. Filler's able to keep everyone behind him right now. Oh, he wiggled there off of 2, though. Big wiggle.
The outside of wall, and he's giving up the high side.
This could be the moment for the 05.
Really deep for the 10 there.
And he still holds him off. That was a power move from Fillers, but the 05 is on that right rear quarter panel trying to drag him back. Fillers knows how important the clean air and the track position is. You don't want to be stuck in that hornet's nest that we've been seeing. Nick Miller almost into the wall. Thomas Green. The 05 finally gets it done.
He hit him with a crossover out of 2.
Now he'll try and get clear. How much can he pull away in the clean air? Jarrett Talmadge has been there this entire time. What does he do?
No, big send by the 10 here.
Not able to make the move stick on that inside. Talmadge now has a run. But he doesn't want to make that move to the inside. Filler's way up the racetrack.
I think Fillers are getting antsy here trying to figure out how to maintain his spot and start moving forward, but he's fighting Talmadge now.
Chris Pinder and McQuiggan are in, so this is the cycle of green flag pit stops, as is Daniel Pendergrass. What do the leaders elect to do? As things have somewhat calmed down back here in this hornet's nest, kind of a pecking order has been established. How much guys are able to take care of their stuff. We are approaching halfway. The 33 and the 23 side by side here. This is for the 11th position. Brandon Bowers, Michael McElroy side by side. This is for 14th. William Bowman and Travis DeLeon in as well. So CMS pitting first as a team.
Like, I can say I am really excited for the Cade McClenny era for ARS. This man is not running for points. He is a next-up driver. He is pitting in really late, really close there.
Schwartz able to close a little bit. Randy Arms is in. Dylan Failvich is in. Zach Amon is in. So Cade McClenny's going to pit from the lead. It looked to be a little bit tentative on the entry. We'll see if that costs him, but he will pit before the rest of the leaders pursuing him, so this could work out in his advantage.
Yeah, we've seen Brandon Bowers flex his muscle and be dominant. We saw Nick Miller do it last year. I can't wait to see next season.
Where have we seen this before? Fillers and Miller racing onto pit road. Contact was made again. Not as drastic as Kansas, but Fillers will hold the position as a whole host of others is now in. Jarrett Talmadge leads. Magnus Anderson right behind him with Thomas Green, not for position for the 13, being involved in our second caution of the night. Here comes the 91, Magnus, racing all the way to pit entrance. Here comes Sartaj Mann. Brandon Bowers is in.
Wait.
What happened to Nick Miller?
Did he drop due to upload packet loss? Because he's not here anymore.
Nick Miller definitely not on track right now. And here's the battle for the lead. Cade McClenny, no contest. That one lap earlier gives him some breathing room. Jonathan Schwartz, though, pitted with him, and he's going to jump up to a net second now. Jarrett Talmadge is out now, and here comes Cade McClenny. Gets around Magnus and gets around the 91. The 91 will have fresh tires, though. 2 laps fresher. Looks to be all clear on the exit. Fillers does get by. That could be a crucial pass. These guys start to blend back in. Pinder put on a lap 52, so he made up a ton of time on the rest of this midfield, as that's definitely spread things out. Nick Miller still not back. Daniel Pendergrass has been on pit road for 4 minutes, so he's having an issue.
It was confirmed. It finally came through. Upload packet loss. That is a rip.
But he had a 0.3 of a second lead, Cade McClenny, before pit stops. Now he's got 0.8 of a second on Jonathan Schwartz. And he's got 2 seconds over Fillers, so definitely opened up the gap there. Fillers has 1 lap fresher tires. Jarrett Talmadge and Magnus Anderson have 2 lap fresher tires than Cade McClenny. So we will see how that pans out over the long run. Still plenty of time left in this race. We are at halfway next time by, once he crosses the line. Daniel Pendergrass out of the box after 4 minutes of repairs. Thomas Green is still running. Alex Chira in the 9. Kyle Ritchie in the 76 are out of the race. But how about this? Next up, 1-2 right now with Jonathan Schwartz and Cade McClenny pacing the field right now.
Yeah, I did say if there was a guy outside of Cade McClenny to win as a next-up driver, I thought it would be Schwartz, and look at him, P2.
Gained a 1/10 of a second last lap, so he's closing in.
These two are going to be really exciting to see next season. I assume they should both be able to come up through next up. They're very competitive drivers.
And Nick Miller does make it back into the race down in the 20th position.
I mean, it would have to turn into a caution fest, but he could get his laps back.
It's unfortunate now that it's somewhat spread out. Less chance of a caution now, but there is still some pretty intense racing going on. Jacob Blakely, this is 9th. Got teammates battling for the last spot in the top 10. Chris Pinder and William Bowman, both looking for their first top 10 of the season. They got to hold off Zach Amba to do it. Your Kansas winner a couple of weeks ago. So surprised to see him down in 12th. It's right where he qualified. But the similarities between the two tracks, you think he'd be a little further up the field in that 54 machine. Andrew Tenold had a longer pit stop than everybody else, 16.5 seconds, so he lost a little bit of time there. He's trying to get it all back. He's down in 17th. Michael McElroy also 16.5 second pit stop, so every second crucial on pit road when the field is as close as it's been tonight.
I think Tenold just has one of the least patriotic pit crews on the pit road. Did not give that man a fast pit stop. Ooh, contact there between Tenold and Dylan Felvich. Getting spicy for 17th and 16th.
Let's take a look at it.
On the exit of 2.
Yeah, a little bit of a hip check there. Tenold. His car is not damaged. Felvich still nursing a tiny bit of damage, so it makes sense that the 45 would go by. William Bowman passes his teammate. Look how loose Pinder is. Great save by the 17. Oh, he's still fighting he's still fighting it. William Bowen having a great night right now. As is Pinder. We've seen him be all over the place. He's trying to hang on to that race car.
Got a feel for Pinder.
He's got some left side damage.
Yeah, I was in early before, race chatting with him. He was getting in lap times. He seemed to be proud of the times he was putting down in practice. And it
Look
seems
at
like
this
conditions have
battle
changed.
between the Next Up guys. Short's trying to lead for the first time tonight. He's brought James Jimmy Fillers right into this. They have the fresher tires. And no contest. Short's to the lead. Fillers through to second. He's got a lap fresher tires than both of our Next Up competitors in the 58 and the 05. Jarrett Talmadge pitted on lap 57, so he's got another lap. So if he can somehow find a way through these three cars, he might have a little something here. Every lap matters. Fall off already near half a second from their best. And in the case of Cade McClenny, he ran a 30.75 last lap. That's 7 to 8 tenths slower than his best of a 29.98. And here comes Talmadge.
Yeah, I say bad just got worse for Nick Miller. He dropped once again due to upload packet loss. And there's still 2 cars on track behind him running for position.
Yeah, Pendergrass will catch him next lap. And Thomas Green will catch him in 8 laps. So I wouldn't be surprised if the 19 machine parks it for the evening. Having some sort of technical issues, but who isn't having technical issues right now is James Jimmy Fillers as he's back to the lead. A little loose off 4, though. It'd be a dead heat at the line, but Shorts would take that lap by half a car length. Talmadge does get through to third.
It's actually really surprising from Cade. It seemed like he saved his tires very well last run, but
Yeah, this run, this tire doesn't really seem to be agreeing with him that much, and he's like noticeably slower unless he's trying to save tires now as the rest of the field is pushing a little bit.
that is my first thought, but we'll see.
But he's running
here.
0.3 of a second slower than those around him, 30.6 to a 30.3. So he's definitely dropped off his pace a bit.
Maybe he wants to let them go and run their stuff up, burn their stuff up. We got a battle for our lead. James Fillers on the inside of Shorts.
Going to be hard to make that move on the bottom. Oh, contact! Shorts still not yielding whatsoever. I think Fillers had that lap by 100th of a second. Shorts doing a nice job using that high side and that momentum. Fillers was doing that early in the first run, and now Shorts is doing it back to him. So that second lane proving to be the place to go to make those passes. Yeah, the pace for the 05 is somewhat rebounded. He's now running a 30.5 on that last lap, so he picked it back up. 30.4, so he has picked it back up.
So, guessing he was saving because he's tucked in behind that 91. Probably just trying to, keep it for the long run.
Shorts trying to break the draft. 5 cars separated by 0.5 of a second. Chris Pinder is in. We saw him slipping and sliding, so he's going to commit to a short pitch strategy the rest of the way. As Fillers is now back down into 4th. You have a slip up into turn 1 there. Sartaj man through. Jarrett Talmadge trying to get clear. Don't think he'll be able to do so.
Magnus Anderson sneaking his way in.
He definitely is. Look at this battle here. Randy Arms and Jacob Blakely, Zach Almond and McQuiggan. Both these guys having a way better second run of the race. McQuiggan was down outside the top 15 at one point. Andrew Tenold starting to close in as well, and we're starting to get that mid-pack battle again.
We have a battle for a lead.
27's now going to try his luck on the inside. Short's doing a nice job of shutting the door. Because you're going to have to send it in incredibly deep, and that's exactly what the 27 does. Still not able to get clear. Fillers back to 3rd as they're all over the place. Magnus Anderson is now right there. Still side by side. This is absolutely fantastic racing.
This has to be up there for one of the best races of the year, if not the best.
Didn't we say that last week about Richmond? And I think it's just so good the last couple of weeks. And here comes Magnus. He is through. Almost had the move done. He also pitted on lap 57, so he's got fresher tires by a lap or two on some of these guys. Fillers slip sliding all over the place. Is that 27? You can tell that he wants that outside. 58 not going to give it to him. And the photo finish at Daytona to kick off Season 2 is pretty solid. William Bowman and Pendergrass back on pit road.
Are we saying that Richmond was I think Kansas was a good race. Richmond was kind of a...
Richmond was exciting for its own reasons.
It was exciting. But
it's got to be frustrating when you get so close so many times. 27 might be trying to push him up the hill a little bit, saying, if I can't get the pass on the bottom, I'll shove you up to the top. I'll run the middle and try and get the move done. You're not going to pinch me down on that apron anymore. And look, that's what he's trying to do, trying to get that second lane to get some form of momentum on corner exit. Not able to do so, though.
They are so close.
Look at Jarrett Talmadge waiting for something to happen. He backs up the corner. He's going to get a great run off here in that 91. But you can see there the run off of the high side for that 58. 27 still working at it. 58, he might slip here a little bit. Slipped up into that third lane. Not as run as the second, but the momentum works all the same. Magnus is through to fourth. He does get around the 05 and the 10. And this has just been constant side by side. 27 will fall back in line, and that was to cover off the 91 as well. And it is 6 cars separated by 7/10 of a second. Now side by side for second. The 91, he's going to be stuck on that bottom, though. Maybe not. He's going to use that extra lap of fresh rubber. Power move through to second.
Well, there's a little bobble there, though. Might open the door to the 27.
This is what the sold-out Las Vegas crowd sees. 6 cars under a blanket. Jacob Blakely trying to close in 2.5 seconds behind this battle.
NASCAR wishes it had crowds like ARS.
Sold out again. But now the 58 will have a new challenger. 2-lap fresher tires on the 91, pitted on lap 57. Jonathan Schwartz pitted on lap 55. None of this top 6 is out of it. Jacob Blakely, he's 1.5 seconds behind this battle. Let's go on board here. And he can just kind of taste, if he can just keep running consistent lap times, he'd be up in this battle. You know, able to kind of run some single car qualifying laps, not have to push. And here we go, another battle for the lead. I think the 91's got it. Big slide from the 58. He might lose second and third here.
Look who's coming back to life. The 05 now up in a B2.
Gabe McClenny just trying to save his tires, and now he's back to second. I think that's veteran racecraft on the 05. He knew that to keep the lead, he'll pit 2 laps before his competitors, and then he knows that he has to at least save 2 laps of rubber, and he kind of backed off, and towards the end of the run, he's charging back up to the front.
It's such a scary thing to say there. Veteran racecraft from someone who looks like he maybe is like 18 years old.
Doing an excellent job. Andrew Tenold continues his march up the field. We got around McElroy. Travis DeLeon on pit road. 15 seconds. He's down and away. Inside the top 15 for a moment. Yeah, the gap is now 2 car lengths. So Jarrett Talmadge did all that work to get the lead, and it might not last. Because Cade McClenney is right there, and all of a sudden, this top 6 is spread out to 1.8 seconds. Just in the last 3 or 4 laps. So these tires are falling off of a cliff about a second slower per lap now. And that 05 is all over the back bumper.
I might be having a new favorite to pick every week.
He gets to the outside. He's going to have a shot here. How aggressive does he take it? We are approaching the fuel window, so I imagine he wants to get this move done before green flag pit stops again. And look, he will sail around the outside. Cade McClenney now back into the lead. As green flag pit stops start, this is 12th, 13th, and 14th, 8, 54, and 23. Well, Filler's late call. Thinks he needs to do something a little different to win, as does Schwartz. Here comes Justin Johnson, Andrew Tenold. Michael McElroy looks like he's coming in. Very tentative, but it'll be direct for that 83 machine. Now, what do your top 4 do? 0.8 of a second separating them. Who blinks first? Looks like it'll be the 05.
Like
he's coming in again. That was a better entrance.
36 also coming in this time, along with the 11 of Brandon Bowers.
They lock it up.
It's going to have to be an immediate answer from Talmadge.
Yeah, we should see them in this time. And this should get them to the end.
Cabe had too much of a lead. Ooh, Talmadge is... He had to fight that car to get it below.
Look at the 27 there. He'll catch up. Reduce the gap by half. Cabe, good stop, 14.8. And he's down and away. He should come out your net leader here. And he's using every inch of racetrack. Look at that, all the way up to the blend line. William Bowman is now in the mix. He pitted on lap 77. Very early stop. He'll have to pit again. But right now, he's in net second as it stands, ahead of Fillers. So that throws a wrench in the plans of Fillers. Good stops for all of our leaders.
Racing off of pit road. They're too wide.
The 27 and the 91.
And they're going to have Cabe right there. Oh, no.
Cabe 3 wide around. He's in the lead. Here comes William Bowman and Fillers. But the 91 does hold position. We saw how aggressive on entry the 27 was. And then almost got him position. But now Fillers is through. William Bowman, aggressive on the strategy. He's now up to second. Same thing with Chris Pinder. He's up to 9th. He'll have to make another stop, though, with the short pit strategy. Zach Allman might move him because he just pitted, got fresh tires, as does Brandon Bowers, all the way down below the apron. And the 54 is going to get turned. Pinder, well done to not run into him, and now that's
still wrecking.
I think the 54 was unhappy, but I don't know what that had to do with Pinder. Pinder didn't run into him. Let's take another look.
Oh, I don't think he was unhappy. I think he was just trying to come off the wall.
54, I mean, he might have been unhappy that Pinder was in his way, but he is a lead lap car. Pinder doesn't run him over. And then, yeah, he might be coming off the wall, but Pinder, Justin Johnson almost has his race ended. Well done for everyone to keep it straight. My goodness. Bowers, he gets away with it. Schwartz. Surprised he's not further up the field than he is, to be honest. The 50, I'm trying to figure out if he had an issue. Doesn't look like it.
I think he just struggled with tires in the long run.
Interesting. You got jumped by a couple of guys in that sequence there.
I'm going to make a prediction based on my pick to win being super aggressive trying to exit pit road. I think that might have cost him the race because it definitely cost them time as a duo leaving pit road. I think he might have used up some of his stuff trying to do it too.
Talking about Sart? He's
Sartosh,
still right
man.
there for half a second.
Yeah,
it's too
he's
early
still
to
right.
make that call.
I'm just saying, he's still got 20 more laps to go. I think he might have made a mistake trying to push that on exit.
We shall see. But Fillers is right there. I mean, really, you can't call it. There's no dominant car of this race yet. Fillers looked to be dominant, then Cade McClenney had a turn. Talmadge, McMiller was dominant before his internet in the very early portion of the race. Magnus and Randy are trying to make late charges. McQuiggan on an aggressive short pitch strategy as well. Brandon Bowers has finally cracked the top 10.
I think Cave is going back to saving.
He's giving that second lane to whoever wants it right now. 23 laps to go. I don't know how much you're willing to kind of lose here, though. Because do you want to go back to fourth in line? And try and pass 3 cars within 20 laps? I don't think that's the move at this point.
But I feel like if he was pushing, as hard as we've seen him be able to go, he wouldn't be right here with Fillers breathing down his neck.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you can pull away with 20 laps to go, you're going to try and do so. But not the case right now. 4 cars under a blanket. Magnus is 1.5 seconds off of the 4-car battle for the lead, which is now side by side again. The 05 holds him off again. You got to think, Sartaj Mann and Jarrett Talmadge, lap 91. They do have 2 lap fresher tires than James Jimmy Fillers. They have 1 lap fresher tires than Cade McClenney. Does that play a factor in the very closing stages? Same thing with Magnus Anderson. He pitted on 91. But he is under pressure from Randy Arms, who pitted on lap 88. 3 lap older tires. So it really just all comes down to the driver.
Told you my feelings on Sartaj, man. And, what he did on pit exit. I think of the 2 that pitted on 91, I think the 91 has the better shot there.
Oh, and that's tight on third, too. And that's
there's
another
contact there.
It was contact and then some. Fillers knows that the 05 is not racing for points, so why not just move him out of the way and go through to the lead? Oh, he's going to slam! That was so close. And now that allows the 27 to get to the inside of the 10 of Fillers. Talmadge starting to drop back just a tiny bit. Still 0.4 of a second. Magnus Anderson not able to make inroads despite all this battling. He's got to deal with Randy Arms. Some more battles. Brandon Bowers leading Schwartz, Justin Johnson, and Zach Amon. Ryan Tiller chasing after Jacob Blakely. Michael McElroy chasing
Fillers with a big send for the lead.
Wheel 5 to his outside, the 27. 3
wide.
wide for the lead. Nobody yields. The 10 up into the 05. Off of turn number 4. The 27 has it for a moment. Not clear of the 05, though. And now he's clear. Could that be the race-winning move?
It really looked like Fillers wanted to try and send it up under the 27 there.
Talmadge is just sitting and waiting. Maybe he has something at the end. He's just saving his stuff right now, it looks like. But no one can pull away. But if you're Cade McClenney, you're just racing for the win. And pretty much nothing else. Not racing for points. So you also don't want to unnecessarily make rivals before you officially join the series. But also the guys around you know that, so they can kind of rough you up a little bit and not really care for a couple weeks.
I mean, would you want to do that? Cabe has made it, like, he's consistently getting up into these next-gen races. You ruffle his feathers, he comes back and gets you in the playoffs.
That's a good point. But yeah, like, if you're right, like, as if this gap is the same, like, if the roles are reversed, if the 05's leading the 27, who doesn't have a win this season, 4 top 5s in 4 races, but still no win, it's like, okay, yeah, I'll probably just send you. You know what I mean? Like, that's the mindset that I would have.
Yeah. And the 05's not going to move anybody to do it. Like, he's obviously going to have respect, and I get why the next-gen drivers would have a little less. But you don't want to go out and, you know, anger a guy who has showed that he has speed, and you can't really run away from him. And he has no reason to not just wreck him.
Yeah, Cade McClenney was in this situation at Kansas a couple of weeks ago, late race restart. Had the chance to move Zach Amman for the win, did not do it. Raced him clean to the end. Just 12 laps to go.
I think we're seeing what those old tires are doing as Fillers is now the 4th car in this line.
Talmadge up to 3rd.
And it looks like Fillers is struggling. He's running the same lap times, but he's falling off a little bit.
Just ever so slowly. Half a tenth here, half a tenth there. And look at this battle here. Magnus Anderson, he's still clear. Brandon Bowers got around Randy, and he's bringing Schwartz with him.
We're going to start seeing lap traffic make a... I think it's just going to be Pender for now.
Sartaj, man, he's pulling away. He was half a tenth quicker last lap. He's got 3 car lengths now. Coming to 10 laps to go. There's Chris Pender. Did not catch the cautions he needed for the short pit strategy. And they'll stay way out of the way of the leaders. Very respectful. I don't think anyone else is in danger of going a lap down. I don't think he's going to catch any more. Yeah, we should be good to the end here, on board. You can see he's fighting it loose. There is 1 car ahead that might come into play. Coming to 8 to go.
He is, what, a quarter of the track up?
There is.
Like, it's possible, it's just not.
Yeah, if there's an issue or something.
Not likely.
Last time by, the quickest car on the racetrack was Jarrett Talmadge. They have dropped Fillers, who should be a comfortable 4th, though. But this is the battle for the win. 3 cars. Jarrett Talmadge in 3rd. Cade McClenney. And Sartaj, man, this would be a new winner no matter which of the top 3 got it done. Right now, Sartaj, man, is the favorite. 7 laps to go. 0.2 of a second.
Are we finding out if I somewhat look like a fool for saying that, you know, his aggressiveness off pit road could have cost him, but also looking very smart because I did pick him to win.
And if you're Jarrett Talmadge, you probably have to make the move for 2nd now. So if you have anything, you kind of have to do it right at, you know, right now, and that would hurt the 05 and drag them both off the lead. So it's a very delicate situation, and right now he is applying the pressure.
Because, yeah, they are starting to fall off. Cabe a 10th slower that time.
It's coming to 5 to go. You have to get through if you're the 91.
Ooh, I think there might be a little bit of
contact. Oh, he's loose! But he cut him a break for the time being. He did not drive through him. He let him gather it up, and then he'll go through to second. But like we said, that's just going to lose them more and more time. It's now 0.6 of a second. Coming to 4 laps to go. Jarrett Talmadge would have to absolutely fly if he wants a shot back in this race.
Even if he's able to set burners, I don't think Cabe's going to let him win this race.
I don't think he's got anything left. 200th quicker last lap even for Sartaj, man. He just got to he doesn't even have to be quicker. He just has to maintain. It's Travis DeLeon, 15th and last car on the lead lap. Don't think he'll do anything drastic.
He's not getting out the way.
He'll just stay way down to the inside. It won't matter for the 27's entrance. Last time by, Jarrett Talmadge 200ths quicker, so it's a net wash. It's not going to be enough. Coming to 2 laps to go. 14 cars on the lead lap. Only 2 cautions this race to speak of. A little bit further back. Magnus still holding on to 5th. Bowers and Schwartz got ahead of Randy Arms. Justin Johnson trying to make a late move for 8th. And Jacob Blakely looking to round out the top 10 for his first of the season.
Might be seeing some action on the final lap. Fillers might lose P4. He's consistently been 0.3 to 0.4 slower than Magnus Anderson.
That's what the 27 needed to see. White flag in the air. Race is official. Still 0.6 of a second quicker. 1 and 2 for the final time. Didn't know who the heck was going to win it. Sartaj, man, an opportunistic move to get it done inside of 20 to go, and he never looked back. Through 3 and 4, the incredible consistency pays off. 5 top 5s in 5 races, and his first win of the season for Sartaj, man. And coming across the line, Schwartz pips Magnus Anderson to the line. And Magnus ran out of fuel. My goodness. Wait, what? How? Put it on lap 91. How did he do that? I am confused on how that happened. What an absolutely incredible race. And he's going to burn it down. Well earned. Hard fought and clean. Absolutely incredible race. We'll wait for your race winner to join the waiting room and hear his thoughts.
I know some people definitely have some thoughts as we had some chats being disabled.
Oh boy.
P2 and P3 are ready for their reviews. Still waiting for P1.
Alrighty, but let's take a look. I'm just curious.
Oh, we've got him.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and get him up in here. Your race winner here this evening, Sartaj Man in the 27. 4 top 5s in the first 4 races. Not able to break through to victory lane. Beaten by your teammate Nick Miller a handful of times. But you finally break through. It was only a matter of time, and it was an absolutely thrilling performance out there tonight. Consistently 5-6 cars battling for the race win tonight. What were you seeing out there? What was the mindset in such a heated battle out there tonight?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it was kind of like a glorified. I don't know how to explain it. It was like Xfinity cars at Atlanta type thing, because like it was like a pack, but like once tire wear started to kick in, it added a wrench into the things. And I don't know. I mean, in the end, I felt like the people who stayed out the longest were just gonna win the thing, and that's what ended up happening. Me and Jared ended up finishing 1-2. But I actually had one extra tire set there. What's it called on the I think the first yellow of the all 4 of us we took no tires, so like maybe if there was a yellow at the end we'd have had an advantage over everybody, but I guess it didn't matter.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, those we were wondering if that was going to play a factor. You and Talmadge pitted on lap 91. K was 89, and Fillers was lap 90, I believe. And those 2 laps of rubber, you needed every little bit you could get in that battle. And Fillers was side by side with Cade McClenny, and then you kind of opportunistically snuck around the outside, and you didn't look back after that final move for the lead.
Yeah, I was just waiting for them to make a move. I was saving my tires behind them, and I was just like, let me just wait until they slow each other enough so I can maybe take it 3 wide or maybe pass one of them at a time. But got them both at once. So
Yeah, definitely. It was an absolutely thrilling way to pick up your first victory of the season. Got 2 last year, picked up the first one this season, and just definitely a championship favorite this season with some incredible consistency.
yeah, hopefully.
Definitely. But congratulations again on a thrilling win, and we'll let you get any shout-outs in if you got any.
Yeah, I'd just like to thank all my teammates at Triracial, Zach, Nick, and Justin in that race.
Definitely. Well, congratulations again on an absolutely clinical performance, and we'll see you back here next week.
Yep.
Oh. Here with second place tonight, Jarrett Talmadge, and what Sartaj Man said, he said the guys that stayed out the longest had a tiny bit of an advantage, and it looked like that was the case for you pitting on lap 91. You had a tiny bit extra rubber there at the end, and able to get through Cade McClain, just running out of time at the end to catch up to Sartaj. But nevertheless, you were there all night and in contention for the win.
Yeah, I figured because normally that's how it goes. If you stay out long, you obviously have the advantage once the tires kick in, just because you just burn so much tire here. And yeah, I got around Cabe a little too late. We were just trading lap times after that. It was pretty hard to catch. It was pretty fun there though at the end, all racing, and pretty good day P2.
Yeah, definitely. What was kind of the mindset being in that lead group for the win for pretty much the entire second half of that race? What was kind of the, obviously wanting to stay out longer, but what was kind of the mindset? Were you trying to purposely stay out a lap or two than others, or how did that go, just being so competitive with the rest of those guys?
Well, I basically committed at the start of every run just to save tire and a little bit of fuel so I could go that extra lap. And then once I saw the 10 racing like it was for the win every lap, I just decided to back off a little bit further. And I think it helped because like Sarchez said, going that extra lap just gives you so much more tire and you can do much more with it. And yeah, I was just trying to stay out of all the side drafting and running up the track for the lead. I didn't really want to be in that with no fast repairs. So it worked out. Got P2. I don't know where we go next week once again, but wherever we go, sure we'll have fun.
Oh, some people will, some won't, but it is our first road course of the season in Road America.
Oh God, I might not even race. I don't have the track.
Oh, went from having fun to I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
but
yeah, I might see you in 2 weeks.
Oh man, but yeah, we're gonna be turning right. So what a time for that. But yeah, it was a fantastic race. You were in contention all night long, and definitely came away with a solid finish.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, congratulations on a great effort, and we'll let you get any shout-outs in if you got any.
Shout out to you guys for putting on the broadcast and everyone that runs the league.
Alrighty, well, we will. Hopefully, someone can get you the track, or I hate to miss you next week. But if we don't, we'll see you in 2 weeks.
See ya.
See ya. And then here with our third place finisher, Cade McClenny, he said he wanted to talk to us post race, and he'll get to do so not from the victory lane, but from a podium position nonetheless. Starting from the back, obviously as a next up driver, but again showcasing that long run speed and in a heated battle for the win for the entire second half of the race. What were you seeing there in those closing laps, and what did you have left on the tire? Sartaj Man said those 2 extra laps he had were a big deal in the end.
Yeah, I think they definitely helped. Was good in that first kind of run before those last green flag pit stops. Was able to save, got around everybody, and came out, tried to save as much as I could before they caught us. I knew draft was just going to bring them in no matter what. You couldn't really run away from anybody tonight, so tried to save as much as I could before they caught us. And then once they did, I was racing Fillers pretty hard, and he was pushing me, and I ended up burning my stuff up. And we got 3 wide. He side drafted me pretty hard in 3 and 4. And 27 went right around us on the bottom, and there was kind of just no way to get back to man, but it was a blast. Finally able to get back here after the struggle last week getting wrecked, but it was a lot of fun coming from the back and ended up where we were.
Yeah, it looked like a lot of guys were fighting some loose race cars, and I know you and Talmadge were right on that razor's edge there coming to the checkered too, but it was a great save, great racecraft from everybody, but it looked like a handful out there tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Once that last run was really the only time I was loose. I think I really started burning them off once I got behind them, but that was more my fault. I came down on him, but try to make it look cool. Second half of the corner, I know he was quick, so I hope you guys got that on the in-car or my camera. That felt cool, but yeah, a lot of fun. It was really tight early in the runs and then loose on the end of them. So luckily I come home third, was trying to get that second, just couldn't get there, but a lot of fun tonight and had a blast coming through the field.
Yeah, definitely. Looking forward. Hopefully you can continue that top 5 streak next week and get back in here. But you just can appreciate the racecraft, definitely, especially, race not for points and just definitely racing guys with respect. And, 6 cars going for the win at one point, nose to tail. I mean, that's pretty incredible stuff here tonight.
Yeah, definitely. It was a lot of battles. I was really hoping for a green white checker, and we all end up on tires, and it was going to be 4 wide in the line or something crazy. But I've been able to win 2 NIS races on a green white checkered, so felt like I may have a chance at it. But no, tonight was a lot of fun. Like we definitely had the best run for me personally, and showing my speed. So was able to show it, and just looking for the first win. It's coming soon. I got a feeling, but just need a little bit of luck and maybe one race.
Yeah, definitely.
It.
Yeah, Sartaj, man, he runs up front consistently every week, and it was a matter of time for him, and can only imagine the same for you. But congratulations again on a great run, and we'll let you get any shout-outs in if you have any.
Yeah, definitely. Just want to thank Doug. Thank you for spotting me. It's his birthday, so shout out Doug. Happy birthday. East Coast Outlaws. And check out my YouTube KO5 on YouTube, and I'm gonna be racing Irwindale Speedway in real life, so look out for that.
Awesome.
I'm gonna be doing a vlog for my YouTube, so anybody wants to kind of hang out, watch what a real race weekend is. Hopefully I can make it look good, but yeah.
Awesome. Well, good luck, and hope to see you back here next week.
Definitely. See you guys.
Yep.
Do you want to get Magnus up here to see why he ran out of fuel?
Yes. We'll go ahead and get his teammate in here. They were in the same voice channel. But, yeah, Magnus Anderson, Jacob Blakely, 2 top 10s for you guys here tonight. Magnus, what happened coming out of 4 there?
Auto fuel kind
no,
of screwed me.
auto fuel.
And, dude, I had such a piece tonight, and especially with the patriotic paint scheme. I wanted it so bad. And we were fast, but auto fuel kind of killed me. But, man, I hope you guys watched how many times I ran him down, and then I just kind of saved my stuff, and I don't know, man. It was one that slipped out of the hands because of, I guess the iRacing gods hate me.
Yeah, you were in that, I guess, the first run after the 2 quick yellows we had early on. You were the first one out of that pack, and I just want to say that was some amazing racecraft from you guys back there.
Dude,
it was something else.
I felt like Lightning McQueen in the crash, like part, just like driving through the cars and everything. And what I learned was, like lift, and try to get the run off, like slow in, fast out, kind of same mentality as dirt racing almost. That was kind of what I was doing, just catfishing the bottom and letting her eat off the corner.
Yeah, there was about 4 or 5 wrecks that should have happened in that pack that didn't, but you were the first one out of that pack, and then it kind of sets you up for the rest of the race. You were able to get the track position, and you were not in that lead draft of those top 5 or 6. You were that first one out, right around a second and a half back. You weren't able to get the draft from them, but you were right there and had good pit stops, and the consistency was there. And just battling away. It was your best race of the season so far, but yeah, the auto fuel.
Yeah,
it's gonna auto fuel.
I caught him twice from, I think it was like 3 seconds back while they were all drafting, which, man, it it just hurts a little bit. But Blakely did well good as well, so I'm happy with it. Where'd McQuiggan finish?
There was so much going on. He got 17th. But yeah, you were in that lead group a couple of times. You had caught him. That's right. But yeah, there was so much going on. I think he was trying to stretch it on fuel. I think he had to come in late or something. But yeah, I didn't even think of the fuel strategy that some guys were trying to do. It ended up being a little bit aggressive for some guys. So it was a crazy race.
Best paint scheme of the race? Your opinion, Max?
It's a tough one because CMS had some new ones that were pretty good. Love the patriotic paint schemes from you and Tenold, obviously, for 9/11. So can definitely appreciate that.
You need to go on the stream and look what's on my bumper.
Ooh.
If you have a chance.
Yeah, we can do that. We've been told that a couple of times, and we always if there's always some sort of minute detail that pops up after the fact. Let's see here. We'll do this. Well, not 50, whatever, 57. And we'll do. Oh, it's not going to give it to us, is it? Fine, we'll gotta adjust this a little bit. Let's see here. Gotta adjust our cameras because the far chase isn't actually tell us what we need.
Isn't a great camera, Yeah,
actually, Thomas Green could probably tell us, couldn't he? Let's go on board.
Probably.
Yeah, wait.
Hopefully you can read
it. This paint scheme of the night, then. I love it. Back-to-back World War champs. You're darn right we are. There you go. I love it.
Blakely, how was your race, buddy?
Quiet. I mean, really.
You were also one of the first ones out of those packs too, kind of, Blakely. You were like getting out of there and kind of just letting everybody else beat themselves up.
Yeah, that was when we got in that pack, I got scared. I'm not gonna lie. I got scared in the first wreck that happened. It happened right in front of me.
Yes, it did.
I thought we were done.
Yeah.
But yeah, I oversaved tires and just was too quiet. I should have ran. I just want to give we both want to give a shout out. I'd say to Ryan for helping us on the fuel strategy. Ryan Hatch there. I messed up and auto fuel screwed him, but it was a quiet day for us. And I mean, other than Maggie over here, he just absolutely had the dog in him. So
yeah, looking at the back bumper of your car too, Blakely, you can see the 9/11 tribute there and the American flag stuff. So love seeing the patriotic paint schemes tonight for sure.
Yeah, always gotta look back and never forget this day. Always support the firefighters and the policemen that literally sacrificed their life to help more than what we've had. So
yeah, absolutely.
That could have been lost. So.
They gave it all, definitely. Can't even imagine having to make some of those choices, but definitely. I know it seems small in comparison, but just running an iRacing paint scheme in Memorial's a pretty awesome thing to do. So
yeah.
But you did good. You represented it well, raced clean, and got some good finishes out of it tonight. So we head to Road America next week, so we're turning right. So we'll see how that goes.
Likely, I'll help you out. I ain't the best, but we'll figure out something.
We'll figure out a way I can get 4 more spots from 20th.
There you go. Alrighty, fellas. Well, looking forward to it, and congrats again on a good finish tonight.
Thank you.
Here with Andrew Tenold. You had a very interesting night. You were up there inside the top 5 battling it out, and got a little bit of damage at one point, it looked like. But then at some point, you were just in that massive pack, just the hornet's nest that was like 8th to 20th. Almost everyone beating and banging and wrecking each other. Just talk me through that and the racecraft it took to not get caught up in a wreck. Oh, he's not here? Oh, he's not here.
Oh, hello? Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, all right,
Sorry,
cool.
my
Yeah.
mic was muted.
Yeah.
No, it took a lot of patience, and I mean, I definitely learned a lot. Normally, I don't run up towards the front. I'm normally a mid-pack dude, but tonight we brought a pretty fast 45 4-mile production Chevrolet, and just want to thank the men and women who serve this country, and all the first responders who, keep us all safe. Today's race, and I'll keep it real short about the sponsors, but today's race was, for me, it was in honor of the people who perished on 9/11 and 22 years ago. We'll never forget their legacy and what they did to save as many lives as they did. Um, I don't know. It's tough. It's very tough, especially when you have family who are first responders. So it's
Yeah, definitely. You brought out the patriotic paint scheme tonight, and you represented it well. Race clean. Got a good finish. Got a solid finish with as much battling and the pit strategy that was going on there late. And it was just a solid night.
Yeah, pit strategy pit strategy was very crazy. I was honestly hoping that the guys up on the top 10 were going to run out of fuel. I pitted and I had 2 laps more than the scheduled race distance, estimated laps wise. So I was like, okay, they pitted like a lap or so earlier. Maybe they're burning more fuel, but I don't know. All in all, it was a really good night. The ARS put on another awesome race. I'm pretty nervous about next week at Road America. I'm not too good at the road courses, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, definitely. But always appreciate the time, and yeah, we'll see how we turn right next week. Looking forward to it.
For sure. We'll see you there.
Ryan Tiller of YJ Media Motorsports, you were again in that pack that was just like 8th to 20th at one point, beating and banging, and everyone trying not to die. You made it out successfully and come home with an 11th place finish tonight.
Yeah, that was something. I feel like it was a lot harder racing than what they were doing up in the lead. No, just trying to get to a open space and survive at most points during the race. But once we got through the restart madness, like it seemed to spread out.
Yeah, definitely. So. Yeah, after that, I know like the first couple of runs were crazy and you guys were battling away, but it was kind of a quiet second half for you, kind of trying to just get the fuel strategy right, the pit strategy. What was that in the second half?
The fuel strategy, you're just trying to, the way the caution fell and the way we came down and pitted to begin our race, just trying to get to, I think it was lap 90, around lap 90 to finish the race off. I was thinking about saving a set of tires like I know some people did, but probably glad I didn't. I was hoping on a caution, but every time I hope on a caution and I try to do that, I get screwed. So
right.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah, just saying it was an interesting race. We had some guys run out, and then we had some guys try and short pit, and only 2 cautions, and we were both early in the race, so guys kind of had to adapt on the fly with the long runs.
Yeah, definitely a great strategic race. I mean, there was more than just pit strategy. There was aero games and everything else. I don't know if anybody was shifting. I know I wasn't, so I don't know if that was hurting my speed. But car felt good though.
Yeah, I know, and it looked good too. Know that it looked better than what the Vikings did yesterday, but can always appreciate a good football scheme. So yeah, look good out there.
Hey, I'll say this: I have hope for this year's Vikings defense. It's a lot better than last year, like I've been telling people. Yes, it was a Baker Mayfield-led Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but hear me out. Mike Evans and Chris Godwin are still there. The defense is still really good. People underestimate that Tampa Bay defense a lot. And to only give up 20 points when last year we would have given up about 30, 35, it's really nice. So I have hope. So at least we didn't only go 82 yards in an entire game. So
Yeah, I mean, you could be the Steelers. It'd be rough.
I,
Or the
was
Giants.
I was meaning the Bengals.
Well, yeah, I mean, Bengals are terrible. Giants get literally the worst display of football I've ever seen. So, I mean, it could be worse, but the Steelers not great week 1, so we'll see. We're only the 3rd most embarrassing loss of the week, but
Yeah.
oh, well.
But no, definitely wanted to put on a better show than my Sunday entailed yesterday. So
Yeah.
11th place finish. I was hoping to get one more lap, or obviously one more lap, but one more position to get that top 10. But Las Vegas in these cars is tough. It's like a full-on momentum racetrack. It seems, and like I don't know, getting the car to come off of turn 4 was a pretty big struggle to me. I had 1 and 2 down, and then it seemed like when I got 3 and 4 down, somebody was always faster than me, and it screwed up my rhythm in it. So just happy to bring the car home, not only in a good position for points, but clean. When I have these special schemes like this, I tend to wreck them, as you can see.
Right.
But I liked bringing it home clean. Got a solid picture with Randy, who, unfortunately has been bragging the past 24 hours because he's a Cowboys idiot. So
Yeah. You got to give credit to their defense. So I don't think we'll ever see something that dominant for quite some time. That's ridiculous.
I fully give credit to their defense. I don't give credit to their offense. That offense got me 0 fantasy points.
I had a dude that was down by 12. We'll wrap up the broadcast here quickly. But just to put it in the air, there's a guy down 12. He had Dak left, and I won comfortably.
Yeah.
I felt bad.
So real fast here, let me do this. In the league that I actually drafted Dak, who is, been rumored as the other side of Kirk Cousins. My wife actually drafted my quarterback right before I was going to draft it. I was going full on Kirk Cousins, and she snagged him. So
I hate to
gave her the cold shoulder the rest of the draft and tried to snake out every one that she was trying to go for. But,
right.
But yeah.
Alrighty. Well, appreciate you taking the time to talk to us. We'll see you tomorrow night, LSRL action, and it'll be a good one.
We'll be there. Thank you, guys.
Alrighty.
I was having some fun with the admins.
Yeah.
I got confirmation. Pendergrass was just not paying attention during that first caution when he drove through Pender.
Oh, jeez. Fair enough.
That was one of the best races, if not the best race of the year.
Yeah, they put on a show tonight. Let's show you the race results from a topsy-turvy race in Vegas. And, yeah, absolutely insane stuff. The Peppermint Hippo 180, shout out Travis De Leon for sponsoring tonight's race. But here are your race results. 0.6 of a second back to Jarrett Talmadge. Sartaj Mann, your race winner. 14 cars on the lead lap. Good finish for Michael McElroy. Andrew Tenold, Ryan Tiller, also doing a lot better than their season averages. Jacob Blakely, first top 10 of the season. Magnus Anderson, best race of his season so far. Jughead, it was a 1-2 last week. It's a 4-5 this week, so good results for them as well. And then we head down the list all the way down to Kyle Ritchie, the last car that participated. Tony Scarbo did get confirmation from him he was going to try and race tonight. Did not get his Oculus working. He was going to run a Steelers paint scheme, so I'm very heartbroken that did not make a debut tonight. But
isn't it that it's wild that the 3 paint schemes that were going to show up that were NFL themed are my team, your team, and Corbin's team.
Yeah.
None of them actually associated with us outside of being on the team and not knowing that we like those teams.
Yeah, but definitely missed the Steelers car out there tonight. Sorry he couldn't race Tony, but yeah, he was gonna try. So we had 25
and it's a good
attempted.
Car too.
Yeah, it is. But back to Kyle Ritchie and Alex Chira, caught up in the first and second wreck of the night. Daniel Pendergrass, he pulled it off at some point. And then Thomas Green also involved in our second caution of the night, as was Dylan Failvich. Nick Miller dropped due to upload packet loss, and then the field strategy didn't really work out for Travis, William, or McQuiggan. They tried the short pit, and they got caught a lap down as a result. And that is your race results. We'll be back here tomorrow night for LSRL. Their round is 6 is the Xfinity Series playoffs as they roll in to Darlington. Or no, Chicagoland. Yep. Is it? I do not remember the Darlington race, to be honest with you. That's crazy. No. Yeah, we did Talladega.
It's Chicagoland.
We did Darlington last week?
Yes.
I don't remember that. No, we didn't because I was sick. I'm so confused. I don't remember Darlington. I remember Talladega.
You did it, but you were sick.
Oh, that's right. So, yes. Tomorrow night, LSRL Xfinity Series, round is 6 at Chicagoland. And this Friday night, Rod Car, 9 Eastern. As they wind down, I think they got 3 races to go as the best plate racers on the service. They head to Talladega in the Xfinity cars, so be sure to tune in for all that. And then we're back here next Monday, Road America, race number 6. Y'all take care, and we'll see you back here tomorrow night.